for a little game show, I guess you could say. It's going to be called the Wrestlenation. It is a spin-off of Madden Nation, for anybody who ever watched that show. It'll basically be, if everyone knows what Total Drama Island is, and in reality, team-based show. Not really team-based, because you're, like, one person's trying to win this. We have 15 males and 15 females. The Wrestlenation, of course, is hosted by Christian Cage, because we need a good host. Our announcers for the show, because it has to have that wrestling element into it, we're, of course, going to have the one and the only Don West, alongside, I believe we have, Jonathan Coachman.
Don West, Coachman.
We have Bill DeMott, who's going to be the road agent for all the young kiddos. And refereeing this is Jack Doan. So let me do this real quick. Females, here are all the females competing. We have Willow Nightingale, Tennessee Honey, Sarah Electra, Renee Michelle, Paige Turner, Laura James, Casey Warfield, Felony, Deanna Perazzo, not her by the way, but keep her in mind, Chi Tomiya, Blair Alexis, Bay Priestley, Bambi Hall, Oi Ishibashi, and Amy Lee Kramer. And then for the
here we go.
We have Xander Jones, Wheezy Woo, The Escondido, Taboo, Sid Scala, Scott Maverick, Ramey Wilkins, Miko Maestro, Matt C. Danger, Kota Moody, J Red, Josh Woods, Josh Bodum, Dynamite Dave, and BJ Hudson. Now, people like Billy Corgan and other people you'll see alongside the way, those are people that are gonna help the ratings pretty much, because I'm gonna tell you this: the ratings for the first week are gonna be crap, just because we have to introduce a whole lot of people, and we have to eliminate 15 people. The first week we're gonna eliminate 15 out of the 30 people, and then following that we're gonna keep on eliminating one person until we get to the final episode, and we will decide the. It's set as a tournament title right now. You see we have the first season, which will be the the winter is the first season, then the summer, and then the fall. Hope we might get more than 3 seasons, hopefully, but I know definitely we want to get the first season out of the way, see how we're doing. And just for the sake of things, everybody's on a pay-per appearance contract, but most of them will be upgraded to a written deal for the 3-month time span. Anyone who wins will be given a year, because they'll get to show up on, all the other shows, maybe even more than a year actually, but that's that. We're currently, a Wrestlenation. We kind of cheated and got the money and whatnot, because we're network based. The Wrestlenation network, we're network based, so we're not really competing. I mean, people will be able to leave the show and stuff like that after the season's over, and they can go do the indies or whatever, or they can come back and train people. We'll figure it out that way. Don't be surprised if you see some people, like, for instance, I saw like an Adam Cole was a recommended, I was just looking here. They might pop up during the show, if this will actually pop up. Maybe. Come on, you got this. No pressure. Well, maybe. But people like Adam Cole, people who are big in the indies and stuff like that, they might have a one-off appearance where they will show up for a week, they'll talk to the youngsters, have a wrestling match with them, help basically, none of them will really...
Let's wrestle!
Yeah, none of them will probably win a match against, like, Adam Cole, you know what I mean? But it will help them popularity-wise. I don't know, I clicked on that again. Also, we'll be able to check up on medical stuff. Anyone who gets injured, of course, they're probably most likely going to be leaning towards getting kicked out. Of course, here are our Wrestlenation rules. We'll probably change them a little bit. People that are quote-unquote cut will be changed to outside our division, so we know not to book them, stuff of that nature. But we're not going to do teams, or like official teams, but we'll have like little stuff like that. People who are interacting well. Of course, relationships will change, so don't be surprised if Dynamite Dave is over there and he's like getting with Willow Nightingale or something like that.
Yeah.
But we will see how that plays out. If someone gets prego, stuff of that nature. So, Mullen, do you want to say anything real quick? I'll show them, I guess, our product.
Like I said, if when you go through this roster, you might hear of a couple guys, especially for those TEW regular people that play a lot. You'll hear a couple of these names, but other than that, I don't know if I can ever say I physically have seen 90% of these people wrestle live.
Yeah, we kind of just picked random people we saw from...
That looks really fun.
The Who 87's database. The only one I know right off the bat is Bay Priestley from World Culture.
Yeah.
Other than that, everybody else is
I know Xander Jones.
random. So...
and that's about it.
So yeah, in terms of our backstage rules, we have all this set because we're paying for hotels, transport, all that stuff, catering while they're working. They're not allowed to do drugs there, and they're not allowed to smoke backstage there. They're allowed to get as drunk as they want, and whatever. I'm pretty sure...
Do we want to give them a dress code?
Nah. I'm pretty sure at least one person will get kicked off the show for doing drugs or getting into like...
There will be some firing.
Yeah, at least one will get crazy, you know, at least towards the end, I feel like, of the 12 episodes per season. So, alright, well, we're going to do a quick jump cut right here, and we're going to take it to the first show. Alright, kicking off Wrestlenation episode 1, we have our host of Wrestlenation, of course. That is the one and the only Christian Cage. So he goes out there, he's telling everybody, welcome to Wrestlenation. I'm your host, the one, the only Captain Charisma, Christian Cage. Goes on to tell all the people that are competing, saying that there are 30 men and women combined, 15 men, 15 women, but in the end there will only be 15 to continue from this following week. Half of the 30 will not continue past tonight. But anyways, let's get right into our showing here tonight. We have some elimination matches. We got a battle royale with the females. Some fun stuff. After that, Don West, Jonathan Coachman, they're going to tell us about our next match. And a really odd person who's in this following match. And of course that is BJ Hudson, who he's on the microphone, or not microphone, he's in like the little, you know how like on most reality television shows they have like a tree you look into and it has like a camera, you know, because everything's recorded everywhere you go. Well, the camera's recording him like peeking in on Tito as he's putting on his boots, and BJ Hudson's like licking his lips, totally implying that he has a foot fetish. Yes. Following that, I know you're holding that back, by the way, Mullins. I know you're holding that back. So
I'm trying my absolute best.
Wait till you see what we have later for him, by the way. So in a match that was horrible because these guys are pretty bad wrestlers, because that's what the show is all about, making bad wrestlers good, and it's going to take... We're going to try to do that in 12 episodes a season. We got BJ Hudson, who goes out there and defeats Tito Escondido. Of course, I'm thinking that he did a roll-up, and he, like, really hooked the foot on the roll-up, so, like, Tito's leg was basically pinning his own shoulder. So, after that, we get some time with Weezy Woo, saying that he is too wheezy for the women. And he goes out there and takes on Dynamite Dave, who, of course, is the wannabe Jack Black. He, of course, helps out with the Kid Choir in Seymour, Connecticut. Totally not implying to anyone we know. But Dynamite Dave getting the win by submission, even though Weezy Woo did not tap, and he confronts Christian Cage saying, hey, I was just great on my match, and Dynamite Dave's like, well, bugger off to you, fella. It's your, you're out of the luck. And Christian Cage is like, well, you know what, I'll tell you this. If you can beat these next two guys, I'll let you stay in the show. Weezy Woo, of course, getting the victory over Josh Bodum and Taboo, who will not be joining us, sadly. After that, Billy Corgan is saying that he's really glad to be part of the first episode. He's telling everybody that, hey, he used to be part of this show, and he made it really good. Of course, he's not name dropping the show, but you can probably guess what it is. He's saying it was the greatest show for a couple months. He had some of the greatest gimmicks that will last a lifetime. And this one girl, Deanna, she just like stands up and like pushes him aside and doesn't care about him promoting his Smashing Pumpkin album, you know. And she's like, let me just have my match already. And of course, she was a part of the 10-woman Battle Royale, and she actually is a part of the Final Four, but in the end though, Tennessee Hone, right there with the cowboy hat, is able to win the Battle Royale out of all the women. So you can see them get into a bit of a scuffle after that. Tennessee Honey has her hat stolen and then shoved in her face, and like they have to be broken apart by the security. Of course, if you're wondering what our venue looks like, we're in the middle of an island, because why not? There's like one wrestling ring, and there's tiki torches around it.
Yeah. Oh.
After that, Josh Woods is seen flirting with Renee Michelle, but she's like not really certain about that. So after that, we got Sean Davari telling those two guys in particular that they'll never go anywhere, they'll never amount to anything, that they're disgraceful wrestlers, and he's seen, you know, their video package to enter in the competition, and J Red and Scott Maverick are like they're gonna prove them wrong. So. You know, and then after that, we see Christy Hemme getting ready to announce the main event match, where BJ Hudson is actually right behind her, and like he's like licking his lips and like really creepily
looking at her feet.
Looking at her feet. So, of course, our main event of the night is Josh Woods taking on Sid Scala, and Josh Woods getting the win against Sid Scala here tonight, making him tap out. And then, in the end, Billy Corgan and Christy Hemme, of course, who were like co-hosts of tonight, are seen right beside the main host, Christian Cage, and he's saying, "Thank you very much for our first episode of Wrestlenation. We will see you here back Friday night, prime time next week." And
as you find out who got eliminated and who's still left in this wonderful competition.
Yep, 15 men and women combined will be leaving us and continuing. So, till next week. Of course, we're gonna do horrible. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, we're gonna really depend on.
I'm surprised we didn't get an F. I'm cool with not getting an F.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. So, just to justify why
there
everything is so
weren't enough women
boring.
on the show.
Yeah. Well, we had a battle royale with all of them, which throws me off. But I guess not enough attractive women. I don't know. But we're going to work on it. Our show increased our popularity in 27 regions, lost us in 18. However, it's all about building talent, so we're really going to be depending on our guests to help build the talent. Anyways, we'll see you for the next Wrestlenation episode. Tell me your thoughts down below, who you want to win, who you think's going to win. I'm going to say this right now, by the way. If we do good with Season 1, I think the next season we might put in custom people, like you all. Stuff like that.
Put some names down below, we'll let you know.
So yeah, but of course we got to get through with these 12 episodes and whatnot. So until next time.